This is the second video of 4 on the subject of how to change your life. And I've identified 4 elements that are important for you to actually make changes. The second element we're going to talk about today is taking responsibility for how you're spending your time. I'm going to make a bold statement. And I'm going to say that right now and every day, you are spending your time on the thing that is most important to you. And you could say, no, I'm not. I'd rather be ice skating, or I would rather be doing XYZ. I'm not doing the thing that's most important to me. But I'm going to say, yes, you are. And here's where we get in trouble. It's because we have lots of levels and layers and parts of ourselves that are making decisions for us at any given time. And so part of spending your time responsibly is to know who is making the decision at any given time on what we are doing. So when it comes to changing your life, we have to engage with the conscious part of ourselves. Because many times we spend our time deciding from a different level, more of an unconscious level of what's important to spend our time doing. And so let's face it, it's not magic and it's not a mystery. Whatever you spend your time on is going to be the thing that happens. It's going to be the thing that deepens, the thing that gets more airtime, that gets more play. It's going to be the thing that gets stronger. And so in changing your life, what's important to see is that unless you spend time on something other than an unconscious choice, unless you spend conscious time changing something, the unconscious choice, or rather the old pattern, is just going to keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger because we do it more. So the responsible use of our time, being responsible for how we use our time rather, is a key element in making change, because we get to consciously do something different that we have decided is important to us. So if we dig a little bit deeper into this responsibility of how we spend our time, we've got to be able to see the moment, that exact spot where we can make a different choice. The moment when we can become conscious about what we're doing with our time. Because we're always making a choice as well. Besides doing the thing that's most important to us at any given time, we're making that choice too. And that's really the key spot where change begins. So in being responsible for how you spend your time, it's being responsible for the small choices that are made all throughout the day. So, for example, if you are wanting to shoot a video, for instance, and instead you want to say, well, I'll do it a little bit later because right now I'm a little tired and I'm going to just lay down on the couch and take a nap. Realizing that's a choice, and you're choosing to take a nap, but you're choosing not to make your video. Okay, that's really important. Whenever you choose something, you're choosing not to do something else, or everything else, as the case may be. So being responsible for your time means knowing that I'm choosing this thing above all other things. And every time you make a choice, you are choosing that thing above all other things. So I want you to think about time as currency, as money. You are trading your time, which is your life basically, for what you are doing. You're trading your time for that. So in being responsible, we have to understand that the choices we make are how we are spending our time currency. And if you want to make a change, that spending, that expenditure that you're spending your life for, has to be a conscious one. So let's talk about the difference between the unconscious and the conscious way of spending your time. So we've all developed plenty of habits. However long we've lived here, you've definitely got habits. Let's just assume that, okay? And we're going to assume also that some of your habits you're not happy with. These habits now have gone into the area of the unconscious. We do things over and over and over again, so much so that the choice to do them, it's not that it's disappeared, it's just in the unconscious realm where we don't get to see it. We don't realize we're making a choice to do that thing. And so part of becoming responsible for your time is to become responsible for seeing the unconscious choice that you're making. So that's the trick. How do you see an unconscious choice? Well, this unconscious choice, in this case, isn't really completely unconscious. It's actually in kind of a liminal space. It's a space between the unconscious and the conscious, and with a little bit of effort, you can actually observe consciously and pull some of that awareness, some of that unconscious material into the conscious realm and become responsible for it. And this is what happens when you start to want to make a change in your life for the better, a change that's lasting. You become more conscious of that liminal realm, that space in between the conscious and the unconscious, for where you can start to see, where am I actually choosing to spend my time in this way, to spend my time on this habit, and where can I actually make a different choice? So spending your time responsibly is learning to make a different choice at the moment of choice. If you're interested in learning more about how to find your own genius qualities and how to live a purposeful and meaningful life, hit the subscribe button and check out thegeniusway.com for tools, tips, and encouragement.